Warning: this video is for entertainment and demonstration purposes only. Please consult a certified automotive technician for your automotive needs. Hello and welcome. This is the Suburbanator, and today we are doing a driveline on this car. This is my brother's car.
It's my car.
It's a little bit over 100,000 miles, so I thought I'd give it the royal treatment. Check this out, some 5W20 HPS, zinc and phosphorus certified. Now it's not API certified, but the engine is out of warranty. Common question I'm asked, hey, isn't this bad? Isn't it going to screw up your catalytic converters? No, it won't. Unless the engine's already burning in a foil that it's smoking, then and only then would you have to worry about poisoning the catalytic converter. It's not going to have a lot of it like, let's say, the XPR series. This is what the HPS series was designed in mind with. Based on what the manual told me the transmission calls for, and cross-referencing that with Royal Purple, I'm also putting in some Max ATF. Also some good stuff. A little oil filter from Royal Purple. They have their old YouTube video on their oil filters. Really solid filter. Now, based on the engine option I have, the rear differential is going to call for the GM VersaTrack fluid. Based on Royal Purple's cross-reference, you want to use their Synchromax in place of the VersaTrack fluid. I forget the part number of GM's fluid, but Royal Purple had that in their website, and they said that this is what you use in place of it, this Max Gear 75W90. So if you might notice here, on the ramps I have it like this because the drain on the differential is all the way in the front. Oh, and you're going to need one of these too. I strongly suggest Haynes. They're the better ones. They actually reverse engineer the vehicle. So check your manual carefully. It'll tell you what fluids your driveline will call for based on the year, your engine option. So if you follow me down here, there we go. When you're doing this kind of stuff, always take off your filler plug first. Because it would really suck if you drained it and you can't get your filler plug open. This here takes an 8mm Allen key. Can't really get an Allen socket there, so what I had done was I had put this on here, used this as leverage, and I just turned. And now we get over here in the back, well, towards the front of the differential. You'll need a little inspection mirror to see it, but it's going to be in the front right here where I'm touching with my finger. That's going to be a 6mm Allen socket. Oh, and always secure your vehicles properly when on ramps. Make sure the parking brake works. Make sure you chock the wheels. At the end of the day, if you feel uncomfortable about doing it, you don't feel safe, you know what? Just listen to your gut feeling then. Don't do it. Go to someone who might have a lift or something. There's nothing wrong with that. It's better to spend a few bucks doing that than becoming a pancake.
People like pancakes, Michael.
Yeah, but I don't think you want to make yourself a pancake full of blood and bones and flesh. That wouldn't taste too good at all.
I suppose.
Unless you're a cannibal.
That's exist.
Or some kind of deranged serial killer, I don't know, but
hey, even serial killers have some guidelines, I think.
Yeah.
But that's not what we're talking about. What are you doing right now?
I'm pulling out the little drain plug and ouchies, that is hot.
Oh, so okay. You know, you can't see it so well here. Let me zoom in on it. There you go. You can see it a little better now. We got fluid coming. What are we doing again, Michael? What fluid's coming out right now?
That's the rear differential fluid.
Rear differential fluid. And what does this fluid do exactly?
Mostly lubricate it, keeps it cool. You gotta have the right viscosity, because if you have it too thin, it's gonna break down under heat. It's gonna lose all its lubrication properties. But there's something about that VersaTrack fluid that doesn't make it like differential fluid, so... Oh, and the other thing you're going to need, I got this for $10 at CarQuest. So, we're just going to let that drain. I'll get right back.
What is that $10 thing you got from CarQuest?
This is called a fluid quart pump. But if you describe it to the salesman as that thing that looks like the top of a shampoo pump for differential fluid, they'll usually get it. They'll know exactly what you're looking for.
And what does this do?
Well, I'll show you when we fill it. That fill hole is going to be a bit hard to get to. So what it does...
Oh, I can kind of surmise what you're actually going to be doing here. You're gonna...
So you see here... better use a knife.
Don't drink this.
No, you don't want to drink that. That would not be good at all. There we go. Yep, Synchromax, which is also used in any manual transmission that calls for Dextron or Mercon fluid. Have it in the Cobalt. This Synchromax really rocks. It smoothed out my MH6 Get Rock. So you see, it has the thread pitch here of the top. I'll be able to stick it in the fill hole and be able to pump it up. Alright, so it's done draining. This is the 6mm plug I was telling you about. Let me get the camera here. Let's see if I can... I'm going to try and show you where it is. It's going to be right here. It's the very front of the differential. You're going to just screw this in like so. And it can be a pain in the butt, I'll admit, but I will get it in there. Come on. I think you get the idea though. I'm going to want to tighten it back up with the shorter ratchet. With this, I use this to take it off, but this to put it back on. Has to be tight, but doesn't have to be super tight either, or you will damage it because it is just soft aluminum. Alright, so got the plug back in nice and tight. I'm gonna use this now. Let the magic begin. Oh, look at that purple. See why it's called royal purple? Doesn't it look purple, bro?
Well, it's a little hard with the lighting, but it just looks black from here, Michael. I think you're just taking the souls of...
No, it does look purple from the... It's the way the lights...
Yeah, I know, Michael. It's the first thing I said.
It's purple.
Royal purple? Like, is there a color called royal purple?
Yes, there is.
And is that the color?
Yeah.
It looks like grape soda.
Yes, it does. But you wouldn't want to actually be putting grape soda in your rear diff.
And you don't want to put rear diff fluid into you, I suppose.
No, that would not end well.
But it looks so delicious.
Okay, now you're seeing it start to pour out. Now remember, by having the rear on that angle like this, it brings the fluid away from the fill hole, so you're able to stuff in just a little bit more. Especially because if you do it while it's level, the instruction manual will say, take a few hard lefts and a few hard rights, and then check the level again. I mean, granted, I think I'm still going to check the level again because that's just the right thing to do. There we go, push out all that fluid there. And just... It's very important that you get enough in there.
Is the whole bottle going to fill that up?
It actually calls for 0.08 quarts, or no wait, 0.8 quarts. And I might have just been filling it too fast because this hose is hitting the rear differential ring. Yeah, it still has a bit to go. And remember, I'm on an angle, so that might make it, if you were to make this level, because look at the level difference between the back end of the car and the front end of it. That's quite a difference. But, you know, if I'm fitting a whole quart in there and none of it has fallen back out, I should be fine. And most likely when I check it again, when it's level, if I'm having some fluid fall out of this filler hole, that means it was just a little bit overfilled. Just a tad bit overfilled.
That's not bad, right?
No. But, you know, like I said, this is on an angle here, at least a good 30-degree angle. Ah, dang it. Oopsie. Whoops, don't worry. I wish I had another bottle, but shortly after, like, I thought I had some extra Synchromax, but thankfully the bottle's only like 12 bucks. And by the way, the GM VersaTrack that this calls for, 1 quart of the VersaTrack, GM wanted $40.
Holy crap.
Under good, better, and best of stock GM fluids, which most are synthetic now, That'd be good. BG is better, but royal purple is best. And that concludes the rear differential. There we go. Alright, and that concludes it. Just gotta put this on the 4 ramps and get this level to do the rest of the driveline service.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so the next part is going to be the transfer case. Now, their holes are 3/8 drive holes. You just need this little extension here. Use a long ratchet like this to take it off. You want to use one of the shorter ones to put it back on. I'll show you when I do that. And by the way, this was the screw that fell off. Nothing important out of the car. For any viewers who might have been concerned, that's what it was from. I know, I gotta send this ratchet out. Okay, so just have to go right under here without burning your hand. If you can follow my finger here, this is where the fill hole for the transfer case is going to be. It's going to be over here. Whew, that's tight. Doesn't help this catalytic converter is right above my head. Okay, it was fighting me a bit, and like I pointed out previously, that ratchet is not in the best of shape. So what I'm going to try is this nice long 1/2" drive with a 1/2" to 3/8 adapter. I'll let you know how well that goes. Now, of course, you're not going to use it to put it back on, but you can of course use it to take it off. So I'm going to try that, and I'll let you know how it goes from there. Okay, so here's what I got with this. Here's the drain plug that uses the 3/8 hole. Like I said, I used that ratchet to take it off. I mean, that gave me a run for my money, and this is why you always take off the filler plug first. Here's the bottom one. Fortunately, the lighting is not the best under here. There we go. And so you know what's going to happen pretty much. I just don't want to get any oil on the camera. So I'll hand it back to my bro here. Okay. And turn. And oh my god, the oil burns.
Yeah, that looks a little...
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's not so hot where it's taking the skin right off of you.
No,
so.
it won't. There's a diesel maybe. But there we go. And that's all I want to show there. I'm going to let that drain out thoroughly.
Okay.
Okay, so the next step will be... So I got the plug back in. I got a little bit of excess there. There we go. Just clean that off like so. Wipe it down a bit.
It smells like spray paint.
Yeah. Hey! Yes, hot exhaust parts. Be very wary of them.
Oh god, I can taste it.
Yeah. Like I said, that brake clean can get nasty. Oh, another thing I want to point out, this bottle, the straw doesn't fully get to the bottom, so like if you need more, what you can do is unscrew this here, tilt it on a bit of an angle, you know, to the midsection and get the bottom of the straw there. But according to the service manual, this only takes about a 1/2 quart. And
how much do you have there?
A full quart.
Okay, so we're not even going to use the whole bottle. Alright.
Yeah, very few fluids in the industry come in 1/2 quarts. I think brake fluid is about it. Everything usually comes in a quart.
Oh shit, it's in my mouth.
It is, yeah.
Sorry for swearing, it's just really bad.
Yeah. Remember, it's not pumping much at a time, especially because this 7590 can be pretty thick, so you're going to do a bit of pumping. And I think you guys get the, nah, you know what, keep rolling. Yep, now it's starting to pour out, that's good. There we go. Try to bend this hose back into the bottle. Try to save some of it. That's okay. There we go. Like so. Yep. Feel my inky. Oh yeah, the fluid's definitely where it's supposed to be. So I'm just going to put this plug back in here, just like so. I showed you how to take it off. Putting it back on is going to be the reverse, only you're going to use this here. Use a smaller ratchet so you don't get too much leverage. And that's all I want to show there. Okay, I still want to give the transmission some more time to cool, so I'm actually going to do the engine next. Here's the oil cap. Got my funnel ready. Oil filter's going to be around here. Usually I would take off the wheel to get to the filter, but it's going to be buried in there someplace. I'm gonna have to take the camera from you, bro. There we go. And here is the filter right over here. I'm just gonna use this thing here to get it off. And if you already do most of your own work, you should know how to take off an oil filter, but I'll use this one here as the example. I have the ratchet set to tighten so that way I'll have it on the filter to open the drawers, switch it back to loosen, so that way it grips the filter and it'll get it off. It's too crammed under there, you're not going to get the camera there that good, so screw it. I am going to screw it back in, but that's how you get it off. You just let it drain thoroughly. I just like to do the filter first, and then I'll get back to you as soon as I'm ready to drain the oil. Alright, just before we put the new filter in, I'm going to take some engine oil here, some new engine oil. Just like that, and spread it on the gasket like so, a little bit on the threads, and then I'm going to put this filter in, and then we're going to start draining the oil. I'll be right back with you on that. Okay, so got the filter on, hosed it down with a little brake clean, got that nice and clean there. So here's the 7mm drain plug here for the engine oil. This is right next to the catalytic converter pipe, so do be careful, especially if you want to do it hot, which is the better way to do it, because fluid will flow better. There we go. Just so. Oh, do I have any rags?
Hold on. Where's the one I gave you?
Oh, there it is. Okay, good. I always forget to bring rags down with me. This drain plug can go into the little hole of the drain pan here, so be careful. Have a rag ready, be ready to pull this right out. Ouch! Ooh, that oil burns too. There we go. This is not hot, like just fresh off the road, because I was stupid enough to do that one time. And there's not much to see there, and I'll get back to you when it's done draining. Alright, so I got the drain plug back on. You put it in the same way you take it back off. Didn't really think I had to show that. I already got the first 3.5 quarts in, so got this 5W20 HPS, and I'm just going to pour it in here like so. Yeah, it has a very dark purple color here. Oh yeah, that is so awesome. Oh, in case you're wondering, since we've been doing the transfer case, yeah, we use the 4-ramp trick so it's perfectly level. So, just thought I'd throw that out there, and we'll get to the transmission in a moment. Alright, so last but not least is the transmission. Now, to get to its fill hole, you are going to have to get this intake duct out of the way. Now, I already loosened them. You have an 8mm bolt here, an 8mm bolt up here, and you got this 10mm bolt here. Yep, I'm just gonna slip that out like so. There we go. Just like so. It's gonna be very hard to, or maybe not so hard to spot. I don't know if you can keep track of my finger here. Actually, take a screwdriver, pointer, for exactly where it is. This is the fill nut right here. It's behind this pack here. Can you see it?
No. Oh, I guess that's the end of the screwdriver there. No, it's not. Oh, okay. No, I think we got it. You can point it out. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me just quickly figure out how many millimeters that is. Alright, so I cracked it loose with that big 1/2-inch ratchet that you saw me use earlier for the transfer case. The bolt's gonna look something like this. So if you got this one, you got the right one. And if you're doing a different transmission, which is found on some of the other views later, one of those bolts is actually some kind of band for the 3rd gear. And if you start to take out that bolt, you'll have to take the whole transmission out to fix the problem. So be sure, I'm just throwing that out there. It's not with these Honda transmissions. Yep, just gonna stick that funnel in there. Good. And now we go over to the bottom. There we go. Got this here like so. Now the manual says it's going to take about 4.5 quarts. Up to 4.5 quarts. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use this thing here to see how much comes out, so I'll have an idea how much to put back in. So here's the drain plug down here. I might have to take the camera for you, bro. Yeah. You go along the bell housing. You're going to see that one that sticks out, and that should be the 3/8 drive hole. That's going to be your drain hole for the transmission. Okay.
So what are you doing there?
I'm trying to... Okay, so I had to use the 1/2-inch to 3/8 adapter trick with the 1/2-inch to crack it loose. Now that I cracked it loose, I actually got the adapter back off. This is what I'm going to use to put it back in. But I'm going to get in there with the 3/8 drive. Don't want the drain plug falls into this bucket. You know, it's wide enough that you can stick your hand in there and get it back out. But I'm trying to see how much comes out, so I can make sure I put back in the right amount. Yep, and away it goes. I'll get back to you as soon as it's done draining. Okay, so I used the jug trick. A little bit spilled out, but 4 quarts. The manual says you can put up to 4.5, so that's what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do here, I am going to put the drain plug here, like so. Turn, 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 turn. There we go. There we go. Alright. Perfect. And now we start pouring in the royal purple. Okay, alright, I'm just pouring in the last quart worth of the royal purple Max ATF. Here's what it looks like when you pour it. It is red like other transmission fluid. Oh, that looks fantastic. Some fresh new fluid going in there, bro. And just let that sit. Here's the drain plug. Use a deep 17mm. You know, put that back where that funnel is. Anyone with some mechanical sense, I don't really think I need to show that. So, and then for the intake, I already showed you. You got the 8mm bolt here, 8mm here. When you're putting it back on, though, you might have to jimmy it around a little bit. You have this little nub here that just has to go into here. So this 10mm hole lines up here, and then you just tighten everything down. The 2 8s and the 10, I don't think I need to show that either. So thanks for watching. Hope this was helpful. If you got any questions, leave them in the comments area, and I will be more than happy to answer them. Have yourselves a nice day.